Hello, people of Earth and all aligned species. It is me. I have a bunch of cooking that I need to do today, and unfortunately, it's already almost 7 o'clock at night. I'm moving, and I had to spend the day getting, getting quotes from various movers, and because I'm looking to have help from an agency to help me pay to get my furniture moved, they require all sorts of things, and so it's literally the first day since the fire, 2 years, that I've been so busy that I got frustrated and upset. There were, as I was hanging up calls, other calls were coming in, texts were coming in. It was just nonstop. It got to the point where I really got overwhelmed, and I just had to shut everything down before I started getting really cranky and angry. And then today I got a new chicken, which is awesome. But the previous chicken, I still got some meat. I don't want to mix the two because the one is a certain age and the other is brand new. And so what I'm doing is, also since I have to eat today before I get involved in everything, I'm just chopping up the chicken that was left over, and I'm going to have that for dinner before I start going. So I've got two things I definitely have to do and one thing I wanted to do. I bought an extra large pie crust today, thinking I would make quiche, but I do not have room in the freezer for it, and I'm not confident that it will survive in usable shape overnight in the fridge. And I've really been wanting to make a quiche with it, so that's going to happen. Second of all, like I said, I need to cut up this chicken, which should only take about 15 minutes or so. The new chicken, disarticulate it so that I can use it for its various things. I use the white meat for sandwiches and salads and things like that, and the dark meat for soups and stews, etc. And then, if I'm really bold, I bought a bunch of, sorry, I didn't buy them, I got them. Just one second. I got a really great bunch of Brussels sprouts and other vegetables and things that I wanted to, that have been around a while, and I want to make them up into a vegetable fry-up, like I've done before. So I don't know if I'm going to get to that. I hope the stuff all lasts well until tomorrow. We'll see. I'd be happy if I got the quiche done tonight. So I'm just going to chop up this chicken, have some dinner, and then you'll probably see this video and another one for me today. Busy day. All right, I look forward to it. I'll see you guys after I've had some food, and check you out soon. Oh, the other thing that I meant to mention is, for some reason, I have been feeling like I've been having a hypoglycemic episode literally all day. From the time I got up in the morning, I was shaking and I felt like I needed sugar, and I was starving. I needed to eat. I ate heartily, and then I got groceries in, and I ate again. I've eaten 4 times today. This will be the 5th. 2 of those were pretty decent size amounts, although one was a salad, so maybe it didn't count, but it had cheese in it. But anyway, yeah, every time, so I've been regularly sucking on candies and stuff, but I've been known to get hypoglycemic once every few months, usually at night. Usually I can feel it coming on. This has been going on all day, so I hope it's just a weirdness and not the start of something. All right, that's that. All right. I can't put it off any longer today. I had a good meal. I chopped up that chicken that was remaining, the white meat. I cut up a beautiful, big avocado that I got and put it in there, which is good because that avocado was going to have another day usefulness in it. I added some tomatoes, some salt and pepper. I had a good dinner. Still, I've been feeling hypoglycemic all day, and there's nothing for me to do but to do it. My nose is running like a sieve. I don't know what to tell you. I usually really try, like, it doesn't run in the morning, but I don't really feel like doing videos first thing in the morning, to be honest with you. I just don't. And it seems to be fine, except when I get near the time where I'm going to do a video. All right. Well, let me just clean this knife off here. I gotta cut this chicken up, and I'm gonna make that quiche. Otherwise, I'm gonna feel like, although I got a lot of shit done today. Oh, you know what? Hang on. I'm gonna turn that light off. I think that, no. I think that knife's just been getting, that light's been just been getting in my way, but let me try the other set. It's just been too damn shiny in my videos. Maybe we'll try that. No. No, we're gonna go the other way. It's either going to work or it isn't. I'll be honest with you. These videos have been coming out like shit because of the light. I don't know what I got to do, but I'm moving anyway, so we won't have to deal with it. Anyway, I was saying, I got switched to a new frying pan that I bought at the secondhand store. I think here it's called Reuse. In other places it's Habitat for Humanity or whatever. Paid $2 for it. It's a Circulon high-low pan. See, it's got kind of this bowl shape, and one end of it here is higher than this end here. You can see it. And it's a great idea because when you're moving food around, it really does help. Anyway, this was nearly $200 15 years ago or whatever when it was made. 10 years ago. I don't know. What's the year on it? Doesn't really say. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So it's a great brand. And new ones are well over 100, so that's always interesting when you find that happening with your... Happens so often, you know, you go shopping at a good secondhand place, you never know what you're going to get. Okay, I'm going to move this down here. I don't know why, but for some reason I get the most views sometimes when I'm showing a haul that I just got or when I'm just cutting up chicken. So here you go, I'm cutting up chicken. I do this about once every week, or it's like 2 weeks now I've been doing it, maybe once every 2 weeks lately. Just haven't been using as much of it. Alright, so I've got my boning knife here. Nope, that's a cleaver. Boning knife here. Got this here. Where's my really, really good, expensive knife? Nah. Huh. Around here somewhere. Hang on a second. I'm gonna find it before I do this. Oh yeah, I just cleaned it. Forgot. Okay, let's get this done. It almost looks like this one was done upside down, but I know it isn't. Alright, so first we're gonna get this shit off. Now, usually when I'm being good, I save the bones and the fat and the skin, and I make broth out of it. However, when I'm really lazy, like I am today, I don't do that. And it doesn't take much effort at all. I just put it in my Instant Pot for 10 or 20 minutes and it happens. But I'm being exceptionally lazy, and I buy chicken broth, chicken stock to use when I make soups and stews. But really, if I wasn't so lazy, I'd just... Anyway, I'm going to save it all in this bag, so maybe if I decide to use it... Hang on a second. Yeah, I was cutting the damn thing upside down. Good. Okay. No wonder I thought it was upside down. Some chef I turned out to be. And I was like, wait a second, the breasts aren't down there. All right. Okay. Well, like I said, guys, I'm relearning how to cook after 20 years. I want to get the sleeves up without getting all the chicken juice on my hoodie. Okay. In here, cut it a little, not close enough as I wanted. There we go. That's right against there. I'm going to get in here. Give it a little separate. There we go. Sometimes it's just easier for me to grab by hand instead of cutting it. There we go. There's white meat. There's white meat. There's white meat. There's white meat. I guess I should get the bag open for the white meat. Yeah, I think we're going to need this size bag. I hate using up these big bags. They're damn expensive is what they are, these gallon-sized ones. Thankfully, because I've only been taking the big parts and haven't been sitting there, I know I should, and literally taking every speck of meat I can off the bird, which is disrespectful, because if the animal's going to die for you, I usually prefer to use every edible part. Alright, use this knife again. Here. This is all white meat in there, in the bag. How's the view? View okay? Yeah, looks like it's okay. Alright. And we'll just see if we can get this stuff off without too much trouble. There we go. Don't want to take a big piece of cartilage with me. Otherwise, why am I trying to do this if I'm just going to grab bones and cartilage? The whole point of me doing this is so it's ready to use. Pret-a-porter! Oh, you know what? I didn't turn on my music. Alright, well, hopefully we won't be here that long. Okay, that's looking good. Let us get this part off. You know what? I think I'm going to save the fat, skin, and bones, and I'm going to make stock tomorrow. Because now that I've said how lazy I am about not doing it, I feel bad. Okay. Take that quarter off. Take this quarter off. Okay, there's going to be some back meat, but not a lot. And I don't like wasting a lot of time on the back because it's such little amounts. And it takes so long to get off properly. There we go. Call these the coins. Sometimes they call them the cheeks, even though they're not cheeks. They're nice little pieces of meat. Okay, there's that. That. Okay, we're pretty good there. This off. That's the dark meat already. Alright, hang on a second. I'm going to get a new bag out. Good. We'll pick that up later. Actually, hang on just a second. I need some music. Okay, that's better. I know you guys probably can't hear the tunes, but I can. It's important. Okay, dark meat, dark meat. Skin, bones, meat. Some more meat. God, this stuff is slimy as all hell. I don't know why it took me so long to start wearing gloves. I was glad it became a thing on YouTube, though. Gave me an excuse to not get my hands disgusting. Alright, it's a nice piece of meat in there, bones in there. Alright. Since I've now come to terms with the fact that I am going to be making stock out of it tomorrow, I'm okay leaving little bits of meat on it because they'll come out in the stock and I'll use them in the soup. I will use them in the soup. That's very little, that's very little. Okay, I'm that one away. Skin. Big piece of meat in there. Nope. I just shot a big piece of meat in there. There we go. I heard someone say today that the Walmart rotisseries aren't worth it because they're not as big as Costco's, etc. And Costco's is still a lower price. Might be true. I do find they go back and forth. Sometimes I get a real big one. Today was pretty big. And sometimes I have gotten one or two really scrawny ones. So, might be. But I don't have a car. And so getting to Costco's, and I don't have a Costco membership. And I don't think I'm going to use one just for getting rotisserie chickens. I'm just one person and cooking for just one person unless I have a guest. Not really worth it for me to buy things in bulk. They go bad. Alright. That's good on that side. That's all slimy. I don't want to put that in my soup. I mean in my sandwiches. Alright. That's a nice piece of meat. Yep. Okay. Almost done. Yeah. Slime. Yep, I think we're done. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope the hell you like it. God knows why you watch these things and not the other things, but or you watch these a lot more. Still, no one likes or subscribes or anything like that, but you know, what the fuck, I got nothing better to do. Alright guys, that's it for me. I will catch you on the flip-flop. Actually, I'm going to be making the quiche in just a minute, so you'll see another video at the same time you see this. Hopefully, unless I fuck one of them up or both of them. See you later.